The biggest shift in crypto right now isn't happening on Bitcoin, Solana, or any chain you're watching. It's happening in the shadows, inside one exchange that's quietly building an empire so massive it could crush Binance's dominance and rewrite the entire market structure. Behind the scenes, its homegrown blockchain is going vertical. AI agents are multiplying, RWAs are pulling in institutional billions, and meme coins are pushing retail mania. And there's one heavyweight asset that could be the fuse that sets this whole thing off. In this video, I'm exposing why this chain could be the biggest winner of this bull run and the 6 plays inside it that could change your holdings forever. This one's gonna be packed with alpha because I'm talking about how I plan to take advantage of all of this. The pieces are already in motion. When they click, it won't be a rally, it'll be a detonation. If you're ready to roll, then hit the like button and let's not waste any time. I'm talking about Coinbase. Coinbase is fortifying itself into the most secure stronghold in crypto, while its biggest rival, Binance, fights to keep its walls from collapsing. And with the US now cementing itself as the global capital of digital assets under Donald Trump's pro-crypto policies, from the Genius Stablecoin Act to ETF approvals, the rules of the game have changed. Regulatory clarity is drawing in billions in institutional money, and Coinbase is perfectly positioned to catch it all. Let's look at the facts. As of its latest filings, Coinbase holds over $400 billion in assets under custody. This means that they control a pretty big portion of all Bitcoin and Ethereum. In the last quarter alone, it moved $237 billion in trading volume. 17,000 institutional clients now use this platform. Even the OTC desk tells the story. Coinbase averages $210,000 per trade compared to Binance's $173,000, clear sign that deeper pockets prefer Coinbase. Yes, Binance's global share is still the highest, but in the US, Binance has just 1.5% market share as they've been crippled by legal battles and regulation. Coinbase's own SEC lawsuit was dismissed in February, wiping the slate clean and boosting confidence. Both of these things were a massive turning point because it weakened Binance and put Coinbase in a stronger position. And here's the ace up their sleeve. The real weapon in Coinbase's arsenal isn't the exchange at all. It's a blockchain hiding in plain sight, Base, an Ethereum Layer 2 launched back in 2023 that has quietly become a DeFi superpower. As of now, Base's total value locked has grown to more than $4 billion. We've seen just how powerful the Binance Smart Chain has become, and Base is ramping up fast. Base has a strong edge, EVM compatible, super low gas fees, powered by ETH, and direct integration with Coinbase's hundreds of millions of users for instant fiat on-ramps. And recently, Base overtook Solana in daily token launches, which is a flashing signal of developer migration. Here's the thesis. Coinbase's US stronghold plus Base's L2 dominance creates an unstoppable flywheel. ETFs alone pulled in $130 billion, and as institutions like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs stockpile ETH, that liquidity bleeds straight into Base. And now Coinbase is blurring the line between centralized exchange and DeFi with DEX trading right in the app. This is a big push for adoption because in today's world, having access on your phone is important. And when new retail investors come in, they'll come in through the Coinbase app. The bottom line is we're about to see a lot of money come onto the Base chain. And guys, speaking of trading apps, if you're trading in this market, I just partnered up with BTCC to bring you a brand new offer. BTCC is officially licensed in the US, Canada, Europe, and more. There's no VPN or KYC required. Like I always say, it's good to have multiple exchanges under your belt, especially because each of them have their own bonuses that you should take advantage of. With the link down below, you'll get a 10% deposit bonus and up to $10,000 in rewards. Check it out and please let me know what you guys think of the platform. Now back to Base. So we've established the thesis around the Base ecosystem flywheel. But how can we take advantage of this thesis? Well, there is the actual Coinbase stock in traditional finance, but there's no Coinbase crypto coin. That's where we turn our attention to the Base ecosystem and projects that are on the chain. Let's talk about them. And here's where that curveball comes in. The top Base coin nobody expects me to cover isn't a flashy new alt. It is ETH itself. Ethereum, the sleeping giant, is Base's secret weapon. It's been quiet for years, but it just broke a key resistance level and the stars are aligning for a monster comeback. In July alone, ETH ETFs pulled in $5.4 billion with BlackRock leading the charge. Analysts at Coin Central are calling $10,000 inevitable, and on-chain data shows open interest hitting all-time highs. ETH's daily spot volume has surpassed Bitcoin's, and DeFi TVL is very strong while Ethereum still controls half of the stablecoin market. But why ETH on Base? Base uses ETH as gas. Every single transaction burns ETH, adding deflationary pressure. As Base scales up, ETH demand accelerates. It goes the other way too. The more wallets holding ETH means more wallets are automatically ready to transact on Base. They're just a simple bridge away. The Denkin upgrade slashed layer 2 fees, driving a 3,200% spike in new Base users. Institutions like World Liberty Financial and Goldman Sachs have been quietly accumulating since the 2024 dips, betting that ETH will remain the DeFi king. Some predictions are even bolder. The Economic Times is pointing to $50,000 ETH by the year end. My thinking here is pretty simple. Holding ETH gives you exposure to Base's growth. I definitely think ETH has strong potential overall, but people often forget about how important it is to the Base chain. So this isn't just a play on Ethereum, it's a backdoor play on the entire Base ecosystem. And while ETH is the quiet powerhouse fueling Base from the shadows, the next pick is the complete opposite. It's the necessary piece of infrastructure that powers the chain's entire economy. This is where all that Base liquidity meets real trading volume, and the first mover advantage here is big. Aerodrome Finance is the biggest DEX on Base and the core liquidity hub of the chain. There's over $500 million of value currently locked on the platform. But we've seen it push up to over $1.2 billion when the market was heating up in December. Here's a big hint for you. The projects that have rallied in earlier risk-on periods are the ones that are likely to rally again. Aero is one of them. With Base pushing about $1.6 billion in daily volume, Aero captured $700 million, which is more than 43%. Its EVM compatibility makes it a natural home for Ethereum developers, positioning it as Base's Uniswap. It's not the sexiest play, but a common strategy is to go after the top dexes for chains that are seeing big momentum. The ecosystem can't run without them. On the other hand of the spectrum is Brett, the biggest meme coin on Base. Right now it's sitting at more than 600 million in market cap, but we saw it fly to over 2 billion back in December. It showed us that it has the ability to run in a risk-on period. Brett has become the face of Base meme culture. Its link to Matt Fury's boys club and community hype keep the story alive. We've already seen how much potential the meme coin narrative has. It's all about attracting attention and building a cult-like following. It's like the famous Murad says, stop trading and believe in something. Meme coins are plays that you can hold for cultural momentum, but keep in mind that it rides purely off hype. And I have a special mention here for my degens that want a higher risk play. Check out PZ, a special low cap meme coin on Base with a market cap of around $4 million. It's positioned as Pepe's official alter ego from Matt Fury's Boys Club comic. As Pepe holds strong with over $5 billion in market cap and ranks as the 35th largest crypto, PZ taps into that massive narrative with a do-good, feel-good motto. PZ taps into that massive narrative with the do-good, feel-good motto, evolving from Pepe's classic vibe. The project also offers community tools like AI meme generators and music tracks. Now, I've been following this one for a while, and they even sent me this amazing merch package. This is another one for cultural momentum. If you're finding this information insightful and want to level yourself up with even more alpha, then definitely come join me in the FireHustle VIP Discord. My team and I work around the clock to deliver the best value to the community. Just look at what we've been cooking up here. Everyone's super happy with what we've put together. The feedback has been great and we're always improving. The link is down below. Come and give it a try. With that being said, let's shift gears. Memes might draw the cults, but real-world assets are locking in the infrastructure for the next decade. On Base, Reserve Rights, or RSR, leads this space with a market cap of over $500 million. This is another one that popped up in December. So are you noticing a theme here? RSR supports stablecoins tied to real assets, secures them with extra collateral, and earns income for the protocol. The RWA market could reach trillions by 2030, and RSR holders can stake for governance and revenue shares, with yields growing alongside adoption. Base already has over $80 million tokenized on chain. This is a play that taps into all of the institutional money that is going to flow on chain. My thinking here is that Coinbase already has a ton of institutional partners, so it's only natural that they look to the Base chain to tokenize their assets. So definitely keep your eye on this niche on Base. And that brings me to one of the fastest moving narratives and my personal favorite, AI agents. Virtual sits at the front of Base with just under $1 billion in market cap. But again, if we look at just 8 months back, it had rallied all the way to $4.6 billion. Virtual's protocol lets users create and own AI agents as digital assets for tasks like DeFi and gaming. The virtual token supports staking, revenue sharing, and ecosystem growth through agent interactions. I'm highlighting Virtuals because I'm very bullish on the potential of the AI agent narrative. Virtuals did have the first mover advantage, but Solana has definitely become the go-to chain for AI agents and AI agent infrastructure. What confirms this for me is the fact that Virtuals protocol decided to also expand to Solana as part of a multi-chain strategy. But just because Solana is the hub doesn't mean we won't see strong action for Virtuals on Base. I think the AI agent sector is going to be huge, especially when institutions start paying attention. The pie is only going to get bigger, and I think Virtuals is going to get a nice slice. This is one of the niches within the AI niche that you absolutely cannot ignore. ChatGPT recently released their agent mode, and that says it all. AI agents are the future. It's a niche I cover often, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested in learning more. Now, when you look at the full picture, the Base ecosystem has shown that it means business. Coinbase's US dominance combined with Base's on-chain momentum is creating a loop that pulls in more liquidity, more builders, and more users every single day. If the current pace holds and ETH's trajectory plays out, we're looking at a setup that could change the entire ranking of the crypto market. It's already starting to happen. Creating a layer 2 that uses ETH for gas is genius. But it wasn't so obvious when ETH was asleep. Now we're seeing the giant wake up, and we're getting closer and closer to an altcoin season. When it comes, make sure you keep your eye on the Base chain and the projects that make up the ecosystem. There's always a lot to talk about when it comes to Coinbase and the Base chain. If you made it this far in the video, then what are your thoughts on my ecosystem thesis? Drop them in the comments below. I read them all. If you got value out of this video, then be sure to subscribe for more breakdowns and stay tuned for updates. And if you're interested in more projects and watching closely, then come and join me in the FireHustle VIP Discord. The link is in the description below. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Do your own research and trade smart. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.